Right. So going back to over here, Deuteronomy chapter 28, 24, verse 8. Take heed in the plague of leprosy that thou observe diligently, and do according to all that the priests, the Levites, shall teach you. So when you get that leprosy, being a dark skinned person, because I saw that. Wait. I saw a guy with the hands. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I got that guy. Shit. Eh? Twins? No. It's a mirror. Right. This. When you if let me see this one better. If you have this, right, like that's what it's talking about. For example, then you need to listen to the priests in order to get rid of it, to make it back as how Esau can make it. Wait a minute. Here, let me save this actually. This is a great example. Right. I think this guy got it too. Yeah, he fixed it up here. And I know a person here in the Netherlands that also fixed it. Esau gave him something. And I know someone in my family had it too. A little patch at the eye. And then Esau had his little ointment that he gave the family member of mine, and it went away. So I know this firsthand. Myself, I have seen this. I know this is true. This is a fact. And yeah, she had it when she was born, and then she was older. She didn't have it no more. Yeah, Esau could do that. Yeah, he can. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen it. But back in the days, the only way that you can get fixed is going to the priests and listening to them carefully what they tell you. As I commanded them. I'll put the link in the description box so you can check these things out for yourself. So yeah. They can get rid of it. But going on. So ye shall observe to do. Remember what Yahweh thy power did unto Miriam, by the way. I just read that in the book of Numbers, chapter 12. That was Miriam for mouthing off. She had a big mouth. But if you read the chapter, Numbers chapter 12, you will see that Aaron didn't get cursed. Why? Aaron is a man. That woman was not supposed to talk to Moses like that. She was very disrespectful. And believe it or not, I recognize that. You see a lot of black female, my sister too. Hey man, I start to get angry, then she know like, okay, cool. The thing is, but I'm not trying to play no tough guy or some shit like that. I hate that. But the thing is this, not just my sister. I've seen a lot of black females, when they talk to you, they talk with rage, like anger. And they think like, I'm not angry to you, So they want to talk to you like you know what I'm saying? Like that. Whoa, hey, calm down. Female, calm down. You don't, because when they talk to the heathens, they don't talk like that. They have a high pitch in their voice. Yeah, well, they're singing like Michael. You know what I'm saying? But when they talk to you, you know what I'm saying? And 10 toes down, nigga. What? Bitch, sit yo. Just take a seat. Okay? Because you're irritating. But in the store, for example, sometimes they wanna talk to you very disrespectfully rough. Like they take your stuff. Let's say you go into a grocery store, then they need to scan your stuff, right? They take it and then they throw it. They just throw it in the thing on the like this here. Right. This thing. So they scan it here and then they throw it here for you. It rolls up here, they scan it and then they throw it here. Yeah, Jake does that shit sometimes, man. I had it a few times, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at her like, man, I want to fucking punch you in the face. But I'll leave you. And then I see how they talk to these heathens, and I'm looking at them, I'm laughing, and I'm like, you. So yeah, I'm not tripping too much, but yeah, I notice it. But if you talk to these white girls, they don't do that shit. I'm telling you, or the mixed up ones, they don't do that shit neither. So some of them do it too. But anyway, going on. So it says here, Deuteronomy 24, verse 9. Remember what Yahweh thy power did unto Miriam, by the way, after that ye were come forth out of Egypt. When thou dost lend thy brother anything, thou shalt not go into his house to fetch his pledge. Right. So if you borrow your brother something, like a broom, amen. Chris Tucker made a joke. Hey man, you ever borrowed something from a brother, from somebody, and then you got to go borrow it back? You know, Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker. Borrow a broom. How you spell broom? Oh yeah, broom. Right, I'll put this link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. This is actually very funny and it's 100% truth. Well, I've been through this. I'm telling you, man. I lost a lot of things borrowing stuff to people. I'll tell you that. And then I stopped doing it as soon as I grew up. Because when you're young, you do stuff you don't know. And then once you get older, you don't want to borrow nothing to nobody. Fuck you, go buy the shit yourself. I know what's going to happen. I know exactly what's going to happen. You're going to, oh, I lost it, or this, or that. But if somebody else took it, really? Right. So you can't go in this house and take it, right? Thou shalt stand abroad. You're going to stay outside the house. And the man to whom thou dost lend shall bring out the pledge abroad unto thee. So the thing that you basically brought, and then he is going to basically give you a substitute for it. Let's say you borrowed him a phone, and he can't produce the phone back. Then you'd be like, hey, my man, listen, man, why don't you give me your television over there? You know what I'm saying? Until you bring back my my phone, man. What's wrong with you, man? Okay, don't go in his house. You have the right to pledge something of him, but don't go into his house and take that thing. Let him go into his house and to give you that stuff, because he doesn't need his television for making money. He doesn't need that. Just give me something that you don't need to make money with in order to feed yourself. Just give me something, Right. Verse 12. And if a man be poor, thou shalt not sleep with his pledge. Right. So don't take something of a poor man and basically keep it with you. Because it says here, verse 13, if any case thou shalt deliver him the pledge again when the sun goeth down. Right. Let's say you take his jacket or his pillow. No, not pillow. I mean his blanket. So when the sun goes down and he needs his blanket to be warm, then you give back his blanket. That he may sleep in his own raiment, his own clothing, and bless thee, right? And be like, yeah, man, hey, I need to pay you back, and but you took my stuff, but you gave me back at night when it's cold, And then he may bless you like, man, I get to sleep in my own warm clothing. And it shall be righteousness unto thee before Yahweh thy power. It is righteous. You give him back before the sun goes down. Don't keep it. Thou shalt not oppress an hired servant that is poor and needy, whether he be of thy brethren or of thy strangers that are in thy land within thy gates. Right. So this is talking about the Israelite foreigner, stranger. If you go to the book of Deuteronomy, I'm looking for. I should put it here then. It's kind of far. Let me just do it here. Deuteronomy 24 and where did I just read? 14. Stranger here. Now the word here is so it says here, thou shalt not oppress an hired servant that is poor and needy, whether he be of thy brethren or of thy strangers. Now you might think like, oh, this is talking about a heathen nation. No. that are in thy land within thy gates. So what stranger is this talking about? It's talking about a gar stranger, a sojourner, a temporary inhabitant, a newcomer lacking inherited rights, a foreigner in Israel, those conceded rights. So this means that he's a foreigner in the land of Israel, but he does have the right to actually live there. He's not a heathen like an other nation. Sorry, click to the way, sorry. Pardon. Admit or agree that something is true after first denying or resisting it. And the Israelites, they was denying the Israelite foreigners to come up in the land and get back a part of their land which they rightfully own and inherited from their ancestors also, right? Listen, if you go now to America, right, and you're from Jamaica, right, and then you live there for a few years and you go back to Jamaica, they call you a Yankee boy. Hey, Yankee boy, what you doing here, man? Yeah, you can't come around here. You know, they don't really accept you as one of them, especially if you were young when you left, then you came back old. You're not one of them. You're not one of them. You're a Yankee boy. They do that in Haiti. They do that in South America. You know, they do that all over the place. We always do that. Our people always do that. As far as I know, I mean, they did it a few thousand years ago, and they're still doing it now. Because they do the same thing with me. But me, they wouldn't really know unless they look at me or they see my clothing. But they kind of know. They're looking at your face like, this guy don't look like us here. He don't look like he from around here. Yeah. Your mentality is also different, so they would kind of know. But if I speak my language, they wouldn't necessarily 100% know. So, but they're gonna find out. They could. It's possible. But they will not see you as one that is, from there. They don't see you like that. They don't look at you like that. But yeah, so, and the example of this, you might say like, well, it says stranger. What are you talking about? Well, if you go to the book of Deuteronomy, sorry, Exodus chapter 12, then it's going to confuse you. It might. Why and how? It's like this. You have here the book of Exodus chapter 12, verse 43 until 48. I will read. And Yahweh said unto Moses and Aaron, this is the ordinance of the Passover. There shall no stranger eat thereof. So here it says, no stranger shall eat thereof. But they're showing you two strongs, meaning two words that they have not disclosed unto you. The first word is ban, which means son. It doesn't mean plural. No, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't exist. Esau has that shit that where he says, hey guys, let's go and play outside, guys. He's talking to boys and girls. Why is guys for boys and girls? It's not only English, because the Dutch have it also. Because the Dutch say, hey jongens, kom we gaan spelen. You know what I'm saying? That means, hey boys, come we're gonna play. But girls are right there. But they call them boys. Literally, jongens. And it says here, the word guys has a gender, shut the fuck up, sense in the dictionary.com of persons of either sex, people. That's what they do. It's their mannerisms of communication. It's not reality. Because ban means boy. That's it. Son, male child. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Right. So, and it says then here, stranger. Hebrew 52:36, right? Foreigner, alien, foreigners, that which is foreign, foreign. So it says nakar. It says nakar here, but here it says nakar. Nakar. Remember that. So here it says ban nakar. So it says here, son of a stranger. So it says here, and Yahweh said unto Moses and Aaron, this is the ordinance of the Passover. There shall no son of a stranger eat thereof. Okay. But every man's servant that is bought for money, when thou hast circumcised him, then shall he eat thereof. Then shall he eat thereof. And that is talking about a Hebrew servant. I think it's Exodus 21. Let me see something here. Exodus 21. I think it's Exodus 21. Yeah, you may buy a Hebrew servant. Yeah, right. And in Deuteronomy, you know what? I already did a video about that. I'm not going to talk about it now because I'm going to make the video even longer. I don't know how much time you got. Right. So it says here, but every man's, okay, I already read that. Verse 445. A foreigner and a hired servant shall not eat thereof. So it says here, a hired servant shall eat thereof, but a foreigner and a hired servant shall not eat thereof. Well, this is talking about actual heathen nations outside of the nation of Israel, and a hired servant outside of the nation of Israel. They shall not eat thereof. If you are not an Israelite, you cannot eat of it. Verse 46. In one house shall it be eaten. Thou shalt not carry forth out of the flesh abroad out of the house. Neither shall ye break a bone thereof. So this is how you need to eat it, and where you need to eat it. All the congregation of Israel shall keep it. And when a stranger shall sojourn with thee, and will keep the Passover to the Lord Yahweh, let all his males be circumcised, and then let him come near and keep the Passover, and keep it. And he shall be as one that is born in the land, for no uncircumcised person shall eat thereof. Now, if you read this, you would think like, hey, wait a minute, the Bible is contradicting itself. No. The English is messing it up for you. Now, here it says here, the word here for son of a stranger is nakar, and that means a stranger too. So not only his son, but this is how they spoke back in the ancient world. Basically, a stranger cannot eat thereof, but a stranger can. So, what's the difference? This stranger word is God. And this stranger word is nakar, which is an actual heathen. This one is an Israelite that didn't grow up in the land. But though let's say he's a descendant of Simeon, of Naphtali, or Issachar, right? And then he leaves for America or Ephraim, Puerto Rico. And then he leaves for America and lives there and gets children there, and then lives there for maybe, 50 years or something like that. Even long, it could be long, it could be shorter. But he gets children there. Okay, so now when he comes back to the land of his origin, Puerto Rico, for example, or Mexico, or Venezuela, or whatever, he is actually allowed land there. He's allowed because he is from the bloodline of the people that are living there in that region. Give me an example. Joshua. Yeah, sorry, I misspelled it, but anyway, this one. Let's say he been living here, and then he moves to here, right? This is the heathen nations. This is a nakar. This is a nakar. This is a nakar. This is a nakar. But and he's an Edomite, by the way. But this is nakar. The Philistia and stuff like that. These are Hamite nakars. These are nakar. All of them are nakar. And then let's say he lives here, and then he moves to here. And then after 20 years of maybe 50, or even he's dead, but his children live on here for maybe 300 years. And then after 300 years, they come back to here, Manasseh. They are allowed to have land there. They are allowed to keep the Passover, even though they look like a bunch of Gentiles, because they have their clothing, their customs. But if they denounce them and they come back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, then the Lord said they are allowed and to participate in the splitting up of the land. So then you give them a parch of land. That is how it's supposed to be. But the Israelites didn't want to do that. That's why the Lord put the law there. No, you're going to do it. That's my people. He may be living there. You might not accept him as yours. You call him a Yankee boy or something like that. No, he's still a Jamaican man, and he is allowed to have land here. So basically like that, right? So there, okay. So now going back to over here again. Let me see. Right. So this is then the difference between a God and a nakar. Sometimes it says gadi. Sorry. Sometimes it says gadiya. For example, if you go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 24, verse. Wait a minute. No, that's Hebrews 16:16. I was not looking for that one. I think I'm looking for this one. Wait. Yeah. Check this out. Now, if you have Jeremiah, for example, if you see Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 19, if I'm correct, 19, yeah. O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee. Here. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. So you might think like, oh, so the heathen nations are going to say that their ancestors have inherited lies because they have been told that they are the Israelites, like the Israeli people. They're going to find out that they have been lied to by their own forefathers and stuff like that. Well, they're going to find that out, but that's not talking about that here because it says here Gentiles. But if you look up the word Gentiles there, it says that the word Gentiles is Hebrew 14:71. But the other one is Gar, right? Which is Hebrew 16:16. As you can see it here. Hebrew 16:16. Remember this one. And then you have here Hebrew 14:71. What is that then? So it says here, let me see here, let me click on it. Hebrew 14:71. It says Gar Yah. So the little one here is a Yah. But then you have this one here. Sorry, this one here. It says God. God. But this one here is God Yah. God Yah. Right. Sorry, this is Gawayam. Oh, almost butchered it right over there. Anyway, it says Gawayam. Goyam, you can say in the English. So it goes into nation of people, usually of non-Hebrew people, of descendants of Abraham. So it is of Israel. So it's nation of people, usually non-Hebrew. Okay, so it's not always. Okay, go. Nation of people. Okay, so it says here sometimes it's of descendants of Abraham. Well, okay, cool. Sometimes it's descendants of Israel. So sometimes it's Israelites. But sometimes you have descendants of Abraham because Abraham had let me see. He had 8 children. He had 8. 6 with Keturah and 1 with Hagar and then 1 with Sarah. 1 with Sarah. Right? So he had 8 children. Right? So Gawayam, right? But it's also Israelites were called Gawayam. Okay, so that was because they were living as foreigners. Because if you have an Israelite living here, you could if you have if you have an Israelite living here, you could call him a heathen. Because the Lord said that Matthew chapter 18, verse 17, it says that, and if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as an heathen man and a publican. So you can treat an Israelite like a heathen. You can make him a heathen. Let me read it in context so that you can understand. I hate that. I don't like that website. This one. Matthew chapter 7. I hate it, but I don't like the way it is written. So it says here the layout of the website. I don't like it. Matthew 18 and 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, right? He made a mistake against you, right? Broke the law against you. Go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. And if he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. But if he will not hear thee, Then take with thee two, sorry, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of two or three witnesses every word may be established. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it to the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as an heathen man and a publican. So you treat him as a heathen. So he becomes now an official heathen. But he is an Israelite. You see? See how that might confuse you? I hope it doesn't. Now, my sheep shall hear my voice anyway. So if you are of the Lord, you gonna get it. So I have nothing to say on that. You gonna get it. So you gonna get it. That's why I'm talking to you. So yeah, you gonna get it anyway. So yeah. Right. So this is God, and the other is Gawayam, Gawaya, right? Which in the English you would say Goyim, which they say Goyim actually. Okay, so now you have here. I'm sorry, here Gawayam. Which go, but in this case it's actually the Israelites, because it says, "O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, Surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things where there is no profit. Shall a man make gods unto himself, and they are no gods?" So this is actually, you can say, double fold. You know why? Because the heathens will say that. They will. But the Israelites will say that too. Why? Because we're going to say, come back to the Father from the ends of the earth. And then because the Lord is going to gather us from the ends of the earth. As it says here. I think it was Isaiah 11. Jeremiah 31 and Deuteronomy says it too there. Jeremiah 31 and 8. And also Isaiah 11. Jeremiah 31 and 8. Behold, I will bring them from the north country and gather them from the coast of the earth. Coasts. And will lead them, and with them the blind and the lame, the woman with child, and her that travaileth with child together. A great company shall return hither. Deuteronomy 30 and 4. If any of thine be driven out unto the utmost part of heaven, from thence will Yahweh thy power gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. So he's going to gather us from the ends of the earth, and the ends of the earth, which is the ends of the earth is heaven. But the othermost parts of heaven is basically all over the world. But I think it's what's still here. Let me see. Isaiah chapter 11, verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which he shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Petrus, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and shall gather the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. So, we're going to come from the ends of the earth. Where is it again? Shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, Surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. Here, verse 21. Therefore, behold, I will this once cause them to know. I will cause them to know mine hand and my might, and they shall know that my name is Yahweh. Because we lost the name of Yahweh. If you think that you're an African, and you have been taught so by your parents, you have inherited lies from your parents. And you was living as a heathen. You was living as a Gawayam. You was living as a so-called Goyim. You was living as a god. But you are not a Nakar. But There's one instance where the Lord did call us nakar, which is here. Wait. It's here. Here. No, this is the book of strange. Okay, cool. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 56, verse 3. Neither let the sun. No, let me read everything. Isaiah 56. So you know what? I'll go here. It's far more soothing for the eye. 56 and 1. Thus saith Yahweh, keep ye judgment and do justice. For my salvation is near to come, and my righteousness to be revealed. Blessed is the man that doeth this, and the Son of Man that layeth hold on it. What? That keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it. Blessed are you if you do that. And keepeth his hand from doing any evil. You're blessed when you do that. Neither let the son of the stranger that had joined himself to the Lord speak, saying, Yahweh had utterly separated me from his people. See, that's it. Neither let the son of a stranger. We just read that the son of a stranger is not allowed to eat the Passover. But this is another one, because it says here, neither let the son of a stranger, right, that had joined himself to Yahweh. Hebrew 5:2-3:6. Hebrew 5:2-3:6 with nakar. So it says here nakar. But then you have here also the word nakar. But it says here that, here. So, here it says, this nakar shall not eat of the Passover. But here it speaks that this nakar can join himself to the Lord. Well, I'll explain that. Because it says, neither let the son of the stranger that had joined himself to the Lord speak, saying, the Lord had utterly separated me from his people. No, this is not talking about an Israelite foreigner. This is actually this is not talking about a heathen foreigner. This is talking about an Israelite foreigner. Why? It's because, well, let me explain. Neither let the eunuch say, behold, I am a dry tree. That shows you that a man is symbolically a tree, by the way. Think of the Garden of Eden in the book of Genesis. The trees. Those were people. Right. Now it says here, so the stranger is not allowed, right? Okay, so going on. Now it says here, verse 6 of Isaiah 56, verse 6. Also the son, here comes again the word ban, here. Hebrew 11:21 and Hebrew 52:36. Go here to Exodus 12. Remember, Hebrew 11:21 and Hebrew 36. Hebrew 11:21, Hebrew 52:36. So these are not allowed. But this one all of a sudden is. Why is that? Is that a contradiction to the Bible? No. In your mind it is, but if you get the explanation, if you explain it, then you will see that, I see what you're talking about. Right, so it says here, also the sons of the strangers that joined themselves to Yahweh to serve him and to love the name of Yahweh, to be his servants, everyone that keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it and taking hold of my covenant. You cannot take hold of the covenant if you are not an Israelite. So, what does that then therefore mean? Well, if you go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, it says this. Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 21. Yet I planted thee, the Israelites, a noble vine, wholly up a right seed, or this whole a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? What is that strange vine? Well, here you can see the word Hebrew 52:37, and the other one was Hebrew 52:36. So it is literally the next number, the next Strong's, right. So we'll go back over here. So it says Nakarya. Nakarya. Foreign, alien, foreigner, foreign woman, harlot, unknown, unfamiliar, dun, 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 dun. Figuratively. Now you go to the figuratively, unfamiliar. Basically, he's an unfamiliar Israelite, but he is an Israelite. So what did the Lord just say? He said this: I have planted you Israelites to be a noble vine. You can read the book of Isaiah chapter 5 that we are a vine unto the Lord, and the vine is a vineyard is a wine. It's grapes, but we turned into sour grapes instead of sweet grapes. Ain't nobody want no sour grapes, man. They'll spit you out their mouth. That's what we became. Why? Because we broke the law of the Lord. So we became sour instead of sweet. So the Lord spit us out. Ain't nobody want you. And then we went into slavery. Well, before we went into slavery, we got destroyed really good. Real good. But he loves us, so he's going to take us back, you know. Jeremiah 2 and 21. Yet I planted thee a noble vine, wholly a right seed. How then art thou turned into a degenerous plant of a strange vine unto me? How are you turned into a heathen? I planted you a beautiful, noble, because you're princes, you're Yashar Allah, you're nobility, you're noble, you're princes on the earth, soon to be kings, and yet you turn into a bunch of beasts, like some heathens. This is what we became. We became heathens, just like how in the book of Matthew chapter 18, treat them as a heathen if you don't want to listen to the to the Lord and to the law. Treat them like a heathen. And that's what happened to us. We turned into Nakar. So originally we are the God, but in few instances the Lord did call us Gawayams and Nakar. He did call us that because we acted like it, but we weren't it. But we became it. I hope I didn't confuse you. We are Israelites, and some of the Israelites turned God because they was living among the heathen nations, and the heathen nations are Nakar. But once you start acting like the heathen nation, then the Lord is going to call you a Nakar, but you're not a Nakar. You just acted like it. It's like a sodomite. He walks like a duck, quack like a duck, but he's not a duck. He's a chicken. He looks like a duck. He's not. He chopped off his little tang to look like a duck. He's not a duck. He quack like it. He got breasts like a duck. He's not a duck. Well, that's the Israelite. He look like a heathen. He act like a heathen. He live among the heathen. He calls himself a heathen. He literally look like a heathen. He's not a heathen. Originally. Because his bloodline goes still back to Israel. The man named Israel. His name was Jacob, and then his name was turned into Israel. He comes from his stock. His ball sacks, you could say. His seed. His sperm. Yeah. So, that's with us. For example, another example is this. Hosea chapter 1, verse 10. I'll start at 9. I'll start at 6. And she conceived again, and bare a daughter. Hosea 1 and 6. And the power said unto him, call her name Loruhamah, which was symbolic for, this is the actual name, but it means, for I will no more have mercy upon the house of Israel, but I will utterly take them away. That's what happened eventually to us, until this day. But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and will save them by Yahweh their power, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen. This is why we're not fighting when we're on the streets over there, teaching. We're actually reading the Bible. This is how the Lord is going to save us, by reading. People looking at us like, these niggers, with their Bibles. Yeah, the Lord is going to actually save us. He's going to gather the elect together to save us with words. We're not going to fight nobody, punch a crack person in the mouth. We're not going to do stuff like that. You know? We're going to do it with words. Verse 8. Now when she had weaned Loruhama, she conceived and bare a son, which is next. Then said the powers, the angel said it, but the Heavenly Father told the angel to tell him, call his name Lo-Ami. And what does that mean? What does that mean? For ye are not my people, and I will not be your God, your power. Yet, yeah, that's what the Lord did unto us. Because he made Hosea go have sex with a whore. Here. And that whore had 3 children. Jezreel, Lo-Ami, the daughter, and no, what? Loruhama, the daughter. Damn. And then Lohami, which was the son. And then yeah. Yet the number of the, and then symbolically, what would happen to the nation of Israel would be exactly what the Lord predicted here through the names. Ye are not my people, and I will have no more mercy upon the house of Israel. Verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered nor measured, cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there shall it be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living God, the living power. And where do you find this one again? Well, you find it in the book of Romans chapter 9, verse 24. Even us, whom he had called, not the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles. This word Gentiles is actually God. Why? Because these are the Israelites that used to live like heathens until they came back into the truth. That's what it means. As he had said, because he's going to explain, this is a question, right? Okay. This is a question, right? But also the Gentiles? As he saith also in Osea. And what is OC? It's Hosea. I just read that in Hosea. It says, and it shall come to pass that in the place where it is said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living God, but who are not his people? The Israelites. The Lord said, you ain't my people anymore, man. The crazy stuff y'all doing, y'all ain't my people no more. But we are. But he denounced us, right? So going on. As he said in Hosea, I will call them my people. Who? The Gentiles, which are not my people, because he kicked them out. And her beloved, which was not beloved. So that's what the Gentiles are. The not people of the Lord. That's them. That's the Israelite. It says it right here. It says it right there. Right? Now, going back to over here. It says here, and it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people. I just read that in Hosea. There shall they be called the sons of the living power. Isaiah also cried concerning Israel. Though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant shall be saved. Yeah, a small portion of our people shall be saved. What will happen to the rest? They're going to die. Because it says it right here. Micah chapter 5 and also, what was it again? Zechariah 14. Micah chapter 5 verse 7. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people as the dew of the Lord, from the Lord, as the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waited for the sons of men. The showers on the grass, it wets everything. So that's how the remnant of Jacob is going to be among the people. They're going to be like dew. And the dew is the thing that comes in the morning, that is water that wets everything. Even the underside of the leaf, it wets it. And the showers, it wets everything on the grass. And it doesn't wait for no man. The shower doesn't, I mean, the rain doesn't wait for you to find a safe place to hide from. No, it's going to wet you. No waited for the sons of men, don't wait for you. And the remnant of Jacob shall be amongst the Gentile in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion at that, among the flocks of sheep, who, if he go to, both tread it down and tear it in pieces, and none can deliver. Now coming back to the part where we gonna rip your fucking face off your, man, we gonna rip your face off your skin, man. Once that time comes for these type of people over here. You know what I'm saying? I hope you know what I'm saying. These type of people. I can't wait. I can't wait. Yeah, you might be thinking like, he's threatening people. Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 11. The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? Once that time comes. Beaten, let me see, Micah. Micah 4? No, wait. Isaiah 4. It's also in Micah 4. But I wasn't looking for that one. I think I'm looking for this one. Yeah. Isaiah 41 and 15. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff, which are the lesser governments. And we're going to beat them small. So let me get that in Micah 4. Micah 4 and 13. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion. Thresh, we're going to crush you. For I will make thine horn iron. So does that mean that we're going to start having iron horns and we have horns? No, it represents power. And I will make thy hooves brass. It represents we're going to stomp on you. And we're going to be powerful from head to toe. And thou shalt beat in pieces many people. Did you get that? That's what I want. Yahweh Ratazah, for the people that I just showed you and their types. Not just America. All over the world, because you have them in South Africa too. And those are the Dutch people that are there, the fucking racist too. I'm saying, but once that time comes, we're going to get you. Yahweh Tazah. And I will consecrate their gain unto Yahweh, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth. So yeah, we're going to take your stuff and offer it unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. I hope it's a burnt offering, because I don't want your shit. I'm going to burn everything you have. So yeah, so that part, and then you then therefore have, let me see, Micah 4. Yeah, the Lord shall threaten. Yeah. Going back to over. Here, where was I again? Micah, right. So on, thine hand shall be lifted upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off. That's what we want. That was Micah chapter 5. And now Zechariah 14 and 1. Behold, the day after Yahweh cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. So they're going to rob us. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle. Why? Because we broke the law, and the Lord said, oh yeah? Oh yeah, you want to fight me? You want to also fight each other? Because we was actually fighting tribes against tribes. We was fighting each other. So the Lord was like, oh, you want to do that? You want to fight yourself? You want to fight me? You know what? I'm going to make everybody on the planet Earth hate your guts. How about that? And that's exactly what they did. But the Lord did say, hey man, it's time for y'all to stop hating on my people. They don't listen. That's about the time that we're waiting for the Lord to get us that power. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. And the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravaged. They raped the women of Israel. Yep, they did that. and half of the city shall go forth into captivity. And the residue of the people, what is the residue? What does it mean? Well, it means remnant. The remnant of the people. And I just read the remnant here in the book of Micah chapter 5, verse 7. The remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as a lion among the sheep of the forest. No protection whatsoever is what y'all going to get. So it says here, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. Then shall Yahweh go forth and fight against those nations, as when he fought in the day of battle. And what day was that? Well, if you go to the book of Joshua, chapter 23, verse 10, in the book of Joshua, we was fighting. Oh, boy. I just read that in the book of Judges. But we was fighting. So it says here, Joshua chapter 23, verse 10, one man of you shall chase 1,000. That's the power that we had back in those days. For Yahweh, your power, he it is that fighteth for you, as he had promised you. So, man, I can't wait for that day that Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, weapon, is going to give us that power. Isaiah 54 and 17, no weapon formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith Yahweh. So all the things that we're going to do, it will be allowed by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because it's going to be righteous in his eyes. Everything that we're going to do unto these heathen nations, right? And the Lord is going to fight for us, because he's going to put the Spirit upon us just like he did here. So heavily. So it says here, mightily. What was it? Heavily or mightily? Heavily upon Samson. What was it? Judges 14. Right, Judges 14. Judges 14 and what was that? Judges 14 and 6. Oh, mightily, yeah, that's all. So Judges 14 and 6. And the Spirit of Yahweh came mightily upon him, and he rent him as he would have rent a kid, which is a baby goat. He was talking about a lion. A young lion roared against him. And he had nothing in his hand, but he told not his father or his mother what he had done. You can't even fight these type of dogs. You can't even fight these type of dogs. You can't fight these type of dogs, man. You're gonna have a hard time, I'll tell you that. You can try. You might win. You might. Hey. But you think you're gonna beat this one?